Hello, scale modelers. Alrighty, we have the issue 89 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing, the start of month 23. And here we go, a cargo bay and cockpit, creating a starship fleet, Imperial shuttles. And the Starfighter Ace is Chewbacca. That's the other article that's in here. And there we go. Cargo bay and cockpit, and those are the parts that we got in here. So we have life support system hoses times 6 for the cockpit, and then we have 2 cargo bay panels. But here we go. The main parts provided are 2 pieces of external hull plating that enclose either side of the cargo bay. You also have 6 of the flexible hoses that form part of the life support system behind the pilot seat. Alright. 2 panels for the cargo bay door. Alright, so, you know, honestly, the so far the only drawback of this build at this point in the stage is the fact that they want us to stand this thing up on the hyperdrive engines here, and I don't know, I've already had to glue one of mine in place because one of those tabs or pins broke. That's the only drawback, is that these engines should have actually had 2 screws holding them in place, not a plastic pin and a screw. So, alright. Yeah, that looks like C right there. It's, no, yep, definitely not that one. So that's C. Alright, and this looks like it can be either A or B. And then we have this one right here, which could either be A or B. So, alright, so step 2, fit the upper end of A into the rearmost of the 2 holes in the port side of the life support unit. Jeez, where is the rearmost? I can't even really see that. There's 2 holes right there. One goes in the upper and one goes in the lower. I'm thinking that's what they mean, because there's 1, 2 right there. And it's not like they're side by side. It's literally one up here and one down there. I know you can't really see that, but 1 and 2. See, that one is a little bit farther back than that one. I don't know. They're saying to might have to super glue these in. Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to try to get that hose in place. Yeah, you know what? I think it's probably best if super glue is used. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's only showing to use the super glue on the bottom parts of the hoses that go into the floor. But, honestly, I think it's just better to use it for these ones too. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this in. See if it stays. It just doesn't want to go in. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to take that out. Why the heck did we have to put that in before this? That just doesn't make any sense. Because this hose goes right behind those ones. You know, let's try the other hose. Maybe there's better luck with this hose. Maybe it's got a smaller end. Okay, see now that one went in a lot better. 3 was is to fit hose B. Okay, and right now that's not super glued. That is not super glued in there. Alright, so I'm just going to try and see if I can get some of the glue off the end of this hose right there. Let's see if that'll go in. The hoses have a different size plug for A and B, so like I said, it's both of those hoses look exactly the same pretty much, and you can't really tell by the picture which one's which. Alright, now the thing is that there are 3 holes in the bottom of the cockpit, and let's see if I can get you guys a clear look at that. Maybe. I'm hoping. Now, see, you can see those. Those are the 3 holes that those have got. Those pipes have got. Okay, I accidentally hit the stop button. So my bad. So I gotta put those pipes into those holes down in there. So, I mean, this is where it's saying to use super glue for the holes, the bottom holes anyway. So, alright, so let's see. Like I was trying to say, it's going to be really hard for me to record this. Okay, so A goes into... Yeah, this is really difficult with the camera, like literally right in my eyesight right here. And that goes the one closest to the cockpit console right there. You know, it probably would have been best if they had actually had us do these one at a time instead of sticking all 3 of them in at the same time and one end. Camera in to charge here. Alright. Oh, let me just take care of that. I am going to have to lower this down a little bit. I mean, I know you guys really can't see that anyway, so... And I don't know how low I'm going to have to put this. Because I only have a certain length of cord. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to lower that down more. Alright, and I'll just get right back to this. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, didn't even need to use the tweezers. Okay, there's that. Now let me put this pipe back in. Alright, now I'm going to need super glue for that other spot. And then I can take this pipe and I can make sure that that goes back in to the back of the unit. Now it's down further. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that that all these pipes are put in after after these ones were. Oh, shoot. You know, just makes absolutely no sense to me why those would go in first if basically we end up having to put the life support stuff in, you know, because these things just get in the way right there. You notice, put the lower into the drop of super glue applied, and there we go. Alright, so going on to the next page and starting up with step 7, which is the other 3 hoses. D, E, and F, and all 3 of these are completely different, so, or mostly different. Okay, so this one looks like it's F. This one has to be E because that one is definitely in the picture looks longer than the other one. And then we have D. So, alright. And it's basically the same thing as what we did before. And they want us to put D in first, from the look of it. Yeah, D. They want us to put D in first. Okay. So D, I'm gonna have to, hold on, I have to flip the X-Wing around, just so I can see what I'm doing here. D. Alright, so D. Okay, there's a hole right back here. I know you guys can't see it, but it's right where my finger is. If you were to look straight down from right where that is, there's a hole right in the back there where this needs to go in. So I will try to get you guys a better shot of this. I just can't do it while I'm charging my camera up. And it doesn't help that I can't see down into there. And I can't tell if the end of the hose is even going into the hole. I think it is. I can't be certain. Alright, well anyway, D goes into the hole closest to where the cockpit seat is going to be, apparently. And you'll see these ones, they don't say anything about super gluing these ones in. So we'll see if we need it. They only mentioned the hoses on the other side, not this side. But we'll find out. Oh, come on. See, I wish I had more light, because but I don't. Because these are one of those just grab and hold on to pair of tweezers, like you can let go and it holds on to itself. And I know that this came with a pair of tweezers, but I think I have those downstairs. So, oh, this is not working. Oh. Okay, well, that is so not working. And that's the bigger of the hoses too. I just can't get it in there. Okay, E. Which one was E again? The longer one? Alright, well, that one. Okay, things are starting to get a little bit confusing right now. Because it's showing me 3 different spots, or 2 different spots for this. And it's showing E up here. at the top hole, and then you see a picture of D, but then it shows D going right into the first hole that I was telling you about up at the top. Well, that doesn't make any sense. This is supposed to go into the small hole right behind here. There's two small holes right there. And from the pictures, I don't see how this is going to work out all that great. I so wish that I had my other tweezers up in here, because that's... Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. This is not the easiest thing to do right now. Okay, I think that's in. Alright. Whew. Alright, now, that hose is supposed to go down on this side into... hold right down in there. Yeah, that one's gonna need super glue, because that's not gonna keep itself in. Okay. If I didn't have to charge my camera right now, I'd actually show you. I'd lift the camera up off the tripod every once in a while and actually show you guys what I'm actually doing right now. Come on, get in there. Okay. Somehow, luckily, that got itself down into that little spot. So the super glue will now be able to do its little trick, its job. Alright, and then pipe F goes into the second spot back here. I'm going to have to do that same little trick again with this pipe. This one goes into the uppermost of the two holes. Oh geez, I'm going to have to move it further down. Yeah, this definitely is not the easiest thing to do right now. Just like the other one. It's really hard to hold on to this and then try to push this end down into this hole. What you could do is maybe make the hole a little bit larger and then just super glue the pipe in. This is harder than you guys could possibly imagine right now. Okay, somehow I was able to get in with my fingertip, or fingernail I should say. Alright, now you guys all know, right up in here where like the cockpit buttons are and everything, how you probably didn't know what was supposed to happen with that small hole. This is where this end of this pipe ends up plugging into that. So that goes into that small hole that's up in there. Oh, great! Now that side came out. Not cool. Okay, now the only thing I can't do is I can't get that bigger pipe down into that hole. I think maybe they made that hole too small for the bigger of the pipe, pipe D. I think they made the hole too small in the metal. And this video obviously is definitely longer than I would have liked so far, but yeah, putting those pipes in, like a lot of these pipes in, is at least on this side was a heck of a lot harder than it was on the other side. So, oh, and okay, so adding the cargo bay side panels, and this is where they want us to stand the X-Wing up on the sublights. It's still a very, very big yikes doing something like that. Okay. Alright. Okay, let me get the magazine out. Alright, so adding the cargo bay side panels. Complete the cargo bay area by fitting the hull plating to the sides of the fuselage. Both panels are a simple push fit. Alright, so step one. Okay, so we take the panels. Alright. Take the starboard side panel and line up its locating pins with the matching holes. That should be this one right here. And then it's basically just push it in. This goes in like this, like that, and then the other side goes in the exact same way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just wasn't lining it up right. Alright, there we go. And apparently that was 5 whole steps to put these in. So, yeah, I am sorry that this video ended up taking so long, and I'm definitely going to have to try to get the pipe D in off camera, and it's like I can't believe I actually ended up pushing that stop record button by accident, so because I have to see if maybe there's a way to do it for one of my other videos that I want to try to upload as well. But yeah, that was really difficult, really difficult. And the last page right here is they give you a shot of the cockpit and life support systems right in there. And yeah, life support system. The purpose of the life support system mounted behind the X-Wing pilot seat was to maintain a stable living environment under all conditions. Chief among its functions was to provide a pressurized, breathable atmosphere at a comfortable temperature. So, alright, there we go. And coming in issue 90, Imperial Shuttle, Toys and Models, Admiral Raddus, a bold leader, making acceleration compensator. Alright, so that's what we're doing in issue 90, and until issue 90, as always, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.